Yeah, so this aged poorly. Sonic Frontiers 2 has been on everyone's mind recently. Or should I say Sonic Eclipse. This name has been featured in countless rumors and quote-unquote leaks about the elusive next mainline 3D Sonic game. Now, a handful of these leaks are pretty obviously fake. One of them mentions a dimension hopping mechanic, which sounds really cool, but in the same post, they say that new Crossworlds DLC will be shown at the February PlayStation State of Play, which did not happen. There was also another one that provided some actual images, and these are also most likely fake. If they're not, I would be very concerned because a lot of the objects here are just flat textures. I will say though, I do really like how Sonic looks in this one. I hope that if they update his model, then it will look something like this. So yeah, there's just been a lot of stuff like this circulating on 4chan and elsewhere. I'm kinda getting 2021 Sonic Rift vibes from all of this, if you even remember that. So will this actually be the name they go with? Is it a code name, or is it just a load of bullshit? Only time will tell. But yeah, back to the main point of discussion. I originally predicted that the next 3D Sonic game would be announced either at the Game Awards or the February State of Play for a late 2026 release. I thought that a 4-year gap between Frontiers and this next game would be more than enough time to get it finished, especially considering that Sonic team has grown a lot as a result of Frontiers' success. And with it already practically being confirmed that this next game will be building upon Frontiers, it's hard to imagine that it would take that long to develop. But we did not see this game at the Game Awards or the State of Play, which means that I was wrong with my prediction, and unfortunately, I think a 2026 release is completely out of the picture by now. Unless they do a very short 4 to 5 month hype cycle like they did with Superstars, which is just highly unlikely for a major Sonic game if you ask me, then we will likely see this game in 2027 at the earliest, possibly even in the holiday season of 2027. I know that's disappointing to hear. It looks like it might be a while before we get another Sonic game. Well, maybe not. This year is Sonic's 35th anniversary, and historically, there's always been something Sonic-related released to celebrate his anniversaries. For the 10th, we got Sonic Adventure 2, for the 15th, we got Sonic Riders in 06, the 20th, we got Sonic Generations, even for the 25th anniversary, we got a game released in that year, being Sonic Boom Fire and Ice. Sure, the actual anniversary games weren't released till a year later, but there was something there. It was the same thing with the 35th. Sure, Frontiers and Origins didn't come out till a year after, but we had Sonic Colors Ultimate during the anniversary year. But let's not do that again. My point is, I don't see them relying strictly on Crossworlds DLC for the 35th anniversary year. I truly think we're going to see a side game of sorts in the same vein as Superstars or Shadow Gens, released later this year. Now, as for what this game could be, there's infinite possibilities. The only thing we can safely rule out is a remake of any kind. Takashi Iizuka, the head of Sonic Team, stated in an interview that remakes of the Sonic Adventure games are not likely because in order to meet expectations, they would need a long development cycle, which could be used on a new game instead. So I think it's safe to say that full-on remakes are out of the question. But that doesn't rule out remasters. Okay, a very common thing that's been bundled with a lot of these Sonic Eclipse leaks is the existence of a Sonic Unleashed remaster. Alright guys, come on now, it's not happening. I've been saying it since day one. If Sega wanted to remaster Sonic Unleashed, I feel like it would have already been done by now. I truly think that ship has sailed. The only other games I can really see them remastering are the Sonic Rush games, which I definitely wouldn't be opposed to. I fucking love these games. But on that same note, I wonder if it's finally time for a true modern 2D Sonic game with the boost formula. Think of it as a mix of Sonic Rush and Sonic Advance, with a cool art style and soundtrack. I have been wanting something like that forever now. They could also do something completely different, like a fighting game or even a rhythm game. We haven't had a Sonic fighting game since Sonic Battle, and I wouldn't count that as a traditional fighting game whatsoever. The last true Sonic fighting game was Sonic the Fighters. Since then, the available cast of Sonic characters has grown tremendously, so I would be down to see something like that again, but with a lot more Sonic characters. Now, I'm not entirely sure how a Sonic rhythm game would work. It's just that Sonic has so many great soundtracks that it feels kind of criminal that they haven't done something like this. Now we gotta answer the question, when will both of these games be announced and released? Well, with Sonic Eclipse, we'll probably see it at Summer Game Fest at the absolute earliest. If not, then honestly, I can see it being announced at this year's Game Awards for a holiday 2027 release. I really hope we don't have to wait that long, but that possibility is seeming more likely every day. As for the side game slash spin-off, I'm expecting it to get announced at Summer Game Fest with a fall release, just like Superstars. Or if not Summer Game Fest, they could host a Sonic Central event for Sonic's birthday, which will announce both the side game and the upcoming 3D Sonic game. The only problem with this is that Sonic Centrals haven't had major game reveals since 2021, and that was most definitely due to the pandemic. So this one is actually actually pretty unlikely if you ask me. Of course, they could always show up in another state of play, or hell, even a Nintendo Direct. But if you ask me, Summer Game Fest is the most likely spot for the side game. And yeah, the 2026 Game Awards might be where we see Sonic Eclipse for the first time. We're just gonna have to wait and see though. But yeah guys, I just kinda wanted to yap about the whole Sonic Eclipse situation and the current state of Sonic games. No, I do not think we're entering another Sonic drought period. I'm sure we will see something new Sonic related in the coming months. But that's all for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.